So regardless of the fact that you're actually in the court process already, there's still quite a few ways for you to resolve your things through settlement. And when you're in the court process, especially in the Supreme Court for various complex issues and even not so complex, there's different ways that are available to you now that you can use in order to settle your matter. So for example, in the very beginning, when you file your notice of family claim, the next step before any litigation happens is actually Judicial Case Conference. So Judicial Case Conference is the very first attempt at settling your issues. And part of the requirements in this Judicial Case Conference, or JCC as we call them, is actually full disclosure of financial issues and financial standings of both parties. So upon the exchange of the necessary documents, the parties can enter the JCC process and try to settle at least a few things, at least on the interim, to avoid further process. Now, it actually happens that sometimes individuals and parties they settle all of their matters at a JCC. Now, the process of court has been going on for quite some time now. There is a great option that parties and their counsel can consider, which is called a settlement conference. Now, a settlement conference is a conference between parties, their lawyers, and the judge. So the settlement conferences occur at any time during the court process. They can happen even right before trial, as long as the parties agree or a court orders that a settlement conference occurs. So during a settlement conference, all parties will be in the courtroom along with a judge and a clerk. Everything's off record. The judge that's presiding over the settlement conference will not be appearing on your trial. So they're really free to give you any sort of opinion and advice, their view on how this trial would work out if it ever goes to trial. And they can take up at minimum 2.5 hours, up to a full day with a judge, listening to their issues, trying to resolve everything. And if all goes well, if not all, most issues can be actually resolved through a settlement conference. And in fact, if everything's resolved, parties can walk out with a final order, including a divorce. So no trial will be necessary, no further applications will be necessary, and the parties can settle at any time using this great resource that's available through the court system.